What are grants and aid in state policy? Have you ever wondered how state governments fund essential programs and services? One significant way is through grants and aid. So, what exactly are these grants, and how do they fit into the relationship between state and federal governments? Let's break it down. Grants and aid are funds that the federal government transfers to state governments. These funds are meant to support specific programs, services, or projects. However, there are conditions attached to these grants. These conditions ensure that the money is used for its intended purpose and complies with various legislative and administrative requirements. At their core, grants and aid are a financial tool that helps states carry out functions that might exceed their own budgets. They often target vital areas like health, education, community development, and infrastructure. Each grant comes with both substantive conditions and procedural conditions. Substantive conditions might include eligible uses of funds or requirements for matching contributions. Procedural conditions could involve non-discrimination policies or public participation requirements. There are several types of grants and aid that states can utilize. Categorical grants provide funds for narrowly defined purposes. For example, a categorical grant might be used specifically for building a senior citizen center. On the other hand, block grants offer states more flexibility. These grants are confined to broader policy areas, like health or employment, allowing states to decide how to allocate funds within those areas. General purpose grants are even more flexible, as they are unrestricted funds that states can use at their discretion. The allocation of grants and aid can happen in a couple of ways. Formula grants are distributed based on predetermined formulas, considering factors like population or demographic characteristics. This method ensures predictable funding for eligible states. Project grants, however, are awarded competitively for specific projects and often come with discretionary amounts and eligibility criteria. From a state policy perspective, grants and aid play a vital role in helping states launch new programs, conduct pilot projects, and support community-based initiatives. These grants are especially important in areas where local resources may be limited. States must comply with grant conditions to maintain their funding, often using these grants to supplement their budgets for public services. Grants and aid also affect the relationship between state and federal governments. They shape how states implement federal priorities while still allowing some level of autonomy. The conditions tied to these grants can influence state policy decisions, sometimes requiring states to adjust their laws or regulations to qualify for funding. In essence, grants and aid in state policy are financial transfers from the federal government to states designed to support specific public purposes. They balance federal objectives with state discretion and legal compliance, making them a key component of intergovernmental relations.